What happens when a mysterious group of foreign invaders seizes control of an ancient civilization? This question sets the stage for the story of the Hyksos, a people whose arrival and subsequent rule over northern Egypt remains one of the most intriguing and transformative episodes in the annals of ancient Egyptian history. Over a century, these outsiders wielded power, introduced groundbreaking technologies, and eventually faced expulsion, leaving behind a legacy that forever altered the course of Egyptian development. The arrival of the Hyksos in Egypt marks a pivotal chapter in the nation's storied past, unfolding during the Second Intermediate Period, around the 15th century BCE. This period was characterized by fragmentation and vulnerability, as Egypt was divided between local rulers in the south and foreign influences encroaching from the north. The Hyksos, whose name translates to rulers of foreign lands from Egyptian, capitalized on this turmoil to establish themselves in the Delta region. Their entry into Egypt was not an overnight invasion, but rather a gradual infiltration facilitated by the strategic weaknesses of Egyptian defenses and the political disarray of the time. Settling initially in Avaris, the Hyksos leveraged their superior military technology, including horse-drawn chariots and composite bows, to assert dominance over the northern territories. This technological edge, combined with their savvy in trade and diplomacy, allowed them to consolidate power and declare themselves rulers over a significant portion of Egypt. The ascendancy of the Hyksos to power in ancient Egypt was a gradual process that exploited the prevailing political instability and fragmentation within the country. By the time they established their capital at Avaris in the eastern Nile Delta, the Hyksos had already begun to exert significant influence over the northern regions of Egypt. Their rise was not merely through military might, but also through astute diplomacy and the establishment of strategic alliances with local chieftains and minor kingdoms. The Hyksos' control over Egypt did not happen overnight. It was the result of a complex interplay of internal Egyptian strife, economic factors, and the strategic use of advanced weaponry and military tactics. The introduction of the horse-drawn chariot gave them a formidable advantage in warfare, allowing them to outmaneuver the Egyptian forces, which were not yet familiar with this technology. Their mastery of bronze working further enhanced their military and economic power, as they produced weapons and tools superior to those of the native Egyptians. As the Hyksos solidified their grip on the Delta region, they began to exert influence over the trade routes that passed through Egypt, enriching their kingdom and enabling them to fund further military campaigns. Their rule was characterized by the introduction of new deities and the integration of their customs with those of the conquered Egyptians, leading to a period of cultural synthesis that would leave a lasting impact on Egyptian society. The Hyksos era was not merely a period of foreign domination, but also a time of considerable cultural and technological exchange. They introduced the horse and chariot, which revolutionized Egyptian warfare and transportation. Additionally, their influence extended to military advancements, including composite bows and improved bronze-making techniques. This exchange wasn't one-sided. The Hyksos also absorbed Egyptian artistic, religious, and social customs, fostering a period of syncretism that enriched both cultures. The Hyksos' rule was not unchallenged. In the south, the Egyptian city of Thebes remained independent and increasingly hostile to the Hyksos. This simmering tension eventually boiled over into open conflict, led by the Theban 17th dynasty. Ahmose I, a Theban prince, spearheaded a determined campaign against the Hyksos, culminating in the siege of Avaris. After a fierce struggle, the Hyksos were defeated and expelled from Egypt, marking the beginning of the new kingdom and a renaissance in Egyptian power and culture. The departure of the Hyksos from Egypt was not the end of their story, but the beginning of a legacy that would influence the Egyptian empire for centuries. The military innovations introduced by the Hyksos were adopted and further developed by the Egyptians, who became a formidable force in the ancient Near East. The Hyksos period also demonstrated the resilience and adaptability of Egyptian culture, absorbing foreign influences while maintaining a distinct identity. The Hyksos invasion of Egypt is a fascinating chapter in the story of ancient civilizations, embodying themes of conflict, cultural exchange, and resilience. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to stay updated with our latest videos. See you next time.